What's going on, fam? Welcome to your weekly tarot show for the week of August 9th through the 15th of 2021. Truly appreciate you for tuning in. I hope you're doing outstanding out there. Lots going on this week in the astrology, but this is a tarot show, so let's see what the cards have to say. I'm going to use the zombie deck this week because, well, we're kind of living through an apocalypse and a revolution right now, so this deck just feels pretty fitting. But nonetheless, I do want to put the intention out there and the energy into these cards of a positive message. But, you know, I don't want it to be sugar-coated either. So a truthful message about the energy of this upcoming week. We'll see what the zombies have to say. All right. Two of Swords upright for the illumination. So I think a lot of we are definitely at a crossroads in life, but there's a big split. I think a lot of people are taking one route right now. It's pretty clear. And other people are taking another route. So I think we're being questioned. We're being put in a position to make a choice. And like, it has to be kind of a smart choice that we want to act on. We don't want to feel like we're just blindfolded and don't have a path right now. Whatever your path is, you have a path. The one that makes the most sense to your heart is the one that you want to take. And the feeling of that is the Star card upright. That's dope. I love that it has a medal on it in this particular deck. Because I think like this star is kind of like we need to kind of like be admiral, or like that admiral sort of energy in our life, and like really be that guiding light. A lot of us, I think, that watch this channel too, like I feel like this is saying that we need to grab that light, that star within us all. I love that we got the star. I know it's the card of Aquarius, but right, like a new moon in Leo, like the sun is a star. So a lot of courage, and I think it's to like light a new path and to trust in the divine. And I think emotionally getting that card's great because we're ready to move in a new direction. So I feel like that path is like, I feel like honestly we could be blindfolded and still know the path. We could just intuitively feel like exactly where we're drawn to, and I think that we want to really stick to that, like really trust your guidance. Really trust where you're being pulled to go, and to not be afraid at all, but like to be vulnerable and to be open to what can come if you trust that intuition. Mars here got the Four of Coins upright. It's interesting, you know, the card definitely is a dude hoarding a bunch of goods, doomsday prepping, and he's plugging his ears because there's people trying to get in, being chased by zombies. So kind of an interesting visual, but I don't think we just want to like hoard the good stuff in life right now. I think we do need to put it out there. We can hold on to a lot of things, and I think a lot of this is like courage. Like especially if you have a lot of courage right now to do things that are going to bring you a better world, you don't want to just sit inside with that courage. I think you kind of want to like put it out there and share it with people. That seems important. The Knight of Swords comes out for Mercury. Knight of Swords reversed. Gosh, I mean, it's almost like we might need to slow the mind down this week. Mercury is going to come into Gemini. You know, we could mentally overanalyze things that we even have to do and be extremely hypercritical or hypercritical of others about information that's showing out. And I think we need to be more open. We do need to be quick on our feet when it comes to thinking, but I don't think we want to just think we have everything figured out either. We kind of have to be like really malleable and take information for what it is so that we can be guided intuitively through the information that does find us. So we might have to like double think a couple things. But I also think that if you're really trusting your guidance, and that new path that you're going on, it's more about like not second guessing where you came from, but really finding that courage mentally to go where you know you need to go and kind of go save the day. Venus got the moon in reverse. Um, yeah, it's in, Venus is going to oppose Neptune to start the week off. So, gosh, we could have just some serious rose-colored glasses on, or not be accepting big changes that we know we need to make to have better things in life, to have more valuable things that are more on a soul, like what's really valuable to your soul, and like connections in life. And I think we're realizing that there's just change taking place left, right, and center, and we have to be able to change. We have to be able to cycle. We have to be able to change phases, change shades, change whatever we need to do to go on the path that we want to go, and to not be like scared. Or it reminds me of like that old movie where they fly around on the bed. To not be afraid, of change, and to not be afraid of, your subconscious, but to go into that space to see what you can bring to life if it comes to other people or in your own physical world. Like we can like kind of, we don't want to just sit around in bed. I feel like we got to put something out there. Like we got to put like full emotion out into the world of how we're truly feeling and of the path that we want to take, so that, maybe we can inspire others to have that emotional vulnerability and to trust the stars and to trust their inner authority. Jupiter got the Six of Cups in reverse. Wow, that's funny. Again, creating new memories is the gift. Like the old world was cool. We all had some good times back then, or we had hard times. But let's not focus on what once was. But let's use the past to motivate us to build a reality that can be more expansive and more beautiful and more happy, and create beautiful memories for the future, by being willing to explore what those options are, and to create new feel good moments. Like that's where the gift's at. And I don't think we want to spend too much time reminiscing on the past in this case. Saturn, the Eight of Cups in reverse. Gosh, I feel like there's some deep... This is a cool card because she's leaving a mall. And it's got a bunch of zombies at the mall, and she's like, "I'm running away." I really like this card in this deck. I think that the old world, especially with this being Saturn, is going to try and emotionally trap you to entice you to go back to it. And that would be extreme manipulation and a push of control. So this is like being able to emotionally peace out and walk away from what no longer makes sense. So it's like holding the integrity to trust your gut, and to not, for whatever reason, think that you have to emotionally give something that you don't want to give. Like walk away from it. That world's probably, not where you want to be right now, unless you're a zombie. The overall is the Eight of Wands. Look at that. The overall card is usually, right, the 8 arrows of love. I mean, love is everything right now. And especially coming off a new moon in Leo, the more you can channel that love, the more that you can let quick love come in, or give quick love out when you need to, but to still do it from a place of holding your own line. Like that's important. And I think that it'll bring a lot of help, but it's like people are literally running away from love right now and just chasing fear. And fear's just chasing people. And I think it's time that like we stand up to fear with love. And I think that ultimately, like, that's the only way to beat anything that's going on right now, is to stand up to the fear with quick love, big love, powerful love. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to pull a little Black Moon to just wrap this up with. South Node, life debts. Oh man. You know what? It's so funny because that new moon was on my South Node. I think that this is a time of life debts. Like, we have reached a point in this reality, every one of us watching this, where those life debts prior have been fulfilled. And it's now time to go towards what's new and what's different and what's going to help us grow. The old stuff, you've already paid the debt, you've already paid the due. So it's time to move into the unknown and create what you want from that. It just doesn't seem like the old's going to have any payout any longer. It's going to be a black hole. I love you all very much. Kind of been intense the last week, kind of wild. Energy's just ramping up big time. So as we move through the rest of this year, we're going to start to see reality get chipped away more and more. And I think this reading was a pretty good one for realizing that we all have a choice to make about following a new path, being vulnerable to what that can be. I don't think we all have the answers, but realizing that we did pay debts for that old, all the old lessons in life, and they all got us to where we are right now, to make big decisions, to not be scared, but to take action for love quickly. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching this channel. I appreciate you, and I will catch you next time. Peace.